Hey guys, welcome to this new video. As I've mentioned that we are going to start with this new series. Why? Because I want to cover all the relevant topics that are being asked for SSC Goa CBT2, and this is very much relevant for all the exams of CBT2 that are gonna happen, like lineman, wireman, then state tax inspector, accountant and assistant tax inspector, then your junior engineer, whatever, mechanical, electrical, civil, whatever exams that are coming for CBT2, very much relevant. And how we're gonna proceed? We are gonna proceed from very basic to slightly going moderate and above moderate. Okay, we are not gonna touch the advanced part. Why? Because in Goa SSC they are not asking at that level where you have to stress your head in the examination hall. Okay, we are not gonna waste time doing the advanced stuff. Okay, the advanced stuff will be done for the JSO exams, not over here, because SSC is slightly a bit easier exam than your state PCS exam. Okay, so we're gonna go from very basic to the moderate and slightly above moderate. Okay, and let me tell you, this is relevant mostly for your CBT2 for Goa SSC, not your JSO exams. But for JSO exam you can still watch this video, because I'm gonna cover this video or this series from very basic if you pay attention. Okay, so this may help you build your foundation or just brush your basics again. Okay, if you have forgotten that. Okay, we move forward. Number A, and we have number B. Given that number A is 8 times of number B, so number A is 8 times of number B. By what percentage is the number B less than the number A? Number B is less than number A by 7 times. Okay, 7 upon 8 into 100. Okay, so how much it is? What do we know about 1 by 8 into 100? It is nothing but 12.5%. Okay, if you have done your percentages very well, you will know this. And into 7 will give us how much? 7 5s are 35, 7 12s are 84, plus 3 87.5%. so option E is the correct answer. Okay, we move forward. A team with 45 games, which was 60% of the total games played, how many games did the team play? I will show you two approaches over here. We have a team with 45 games, which was 60% of the total games, which we assume as X. Okay, we cut this and this. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, 3 15s are, and 15 5s are will give us 75. Okay, one approach is this, where your answer is 75. I will show you one more approach. The other approach is, we are given that a team with 45 games, which is 60% of the total games. This is 60% of the total games. We cut this. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. What we are given over here, it plays 45 games. This is 15 times, so this will also be 15 times, which is 75. Okay, so it's one in the same, you don't have to worry. Okay, again, 36 kg gunpowder. We have 36 kg gunpowder, where we have salt as 27, we have charcoal as 5.4. so how much is this? This is 32.4. so if this is 32.4, what is the remaining that we have of sulfur? It is nothing but 3.6. okay, this is 3.6. now we need to find the percentage of the sulfur quantity upon total quantity, that is 36 into 100. This is nothing but 1 by 10 into 100, which is 10%. so option B is your correct answer. I hope you are following this video. Okay, what is 80% of 50% of 90? Okay, what do we know about 80%? 80%, if we write it in the fraction form, it is 4 by 5. 50%, as we know, it is half of 90. We know that 5 2s are 10, it is 10. This 0 and this 0 will get cancelled, and 9 4s are is how much? 36. so option is this. Okay, we move forward. 30%, that is 3 by 10 of 50%, that is half of 85%. If you write it in the fraction form, it is nothing but 5 17s are 85, 5 20s are 100. Okay, of sum, assume it is x equals to 51. What do we know about this? 17 3s are 51, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. 200 into 2, nothing but 400. Simple. What percentage of 7.2 kg is 18 grams? See guys, I want to explain you one thing. If we are told that what is 1000 gram of 5000 gram, what does this mean? Whenever we have of 5000 gram, that means that will come in the denominator, and what is 1000 gram of 5000 gram means 1000 will come in the numerator. Okay, you need to understand this. Whatever that comes as of 5000, of A, of B, of C, that will always come in the numerator, sorry, always come in the denominator. Okay, so what are we given over here is that what percentage of 7.2 kg. So what is 7.2 kg? We can write it in the gram as 7200 when you multiply it by 1000 gram. Okay, what percentage of 7.2? So 7.2 comes in the denominator is 18 kg, which comes over here. We have to find percentage, so into 100. This and this gets cancelled. What is this? 18 ones are 18 fours are 72. So 1.4 is nothing but 0.25%. Okay, so this is your correct answer. We move to the next question. 1 minute is how much of 1 hour? See, of 1 hour. Of 1 hour means we will have this 1 hour in the denominator. What is 1 hour? 60 minutes. What is 60 minutes? 60 seconds. So we have converted 1 hour into seconds. 1 minute 12 second is how much? 1 minute is 60 second plus 12 second, which is 72 second. This is 72 second. Okay, into 100. This and this gets cancelled. Okay, 6 is nothing but 36. 36 2s are 72, so therefore 2%. Okay, 8450 people came to a fair on the first day. See, this is your first day, and how many people came? 84500. And on the fourth day this number decreased. On the fourth day this number decreased to 1690 and 0. So what is the percentages of the people decreased in the fourth day? So from the first day to the fourth day, what was the percentage that has been decreased? Okay, so we'll find the difference between this. Okay, oh, this is 7, this is 13, and this is 15. So 9, this is 6, this is 7, this is 6, 0, 0. Okay, so the difference is 6, 7, 6, 0 and 0. Okay, 6, 7, 6, 0 and 0. So 6, 7, 6, 0 and 0. It has been decreased from what? It has been decreased from 8, 4, 5, 0 and 0 into 100. So this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled. We cut this with the help of what? We cut this with the help of 5. Okay, so 5 13s are 65, carry 2, 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10 0, and 5 16s are 80, 5 9s are 45. We cancel this with the help of 13. 13 13s are 69, 13 1s are 0, 13 4s are 52 and 0. We cancel this with the help of 8. 13 1s are 13 8s are 0. So 80% is your answer. Okay, simple. A man's health insurance premium for last year was rupees 1440. For last year it was how much? 1440. If he paid rupees 1512 this year, what is the percentage increase? Okay, so 1512 he paid this year, and last year it was 1440. So that means he paid something extra, right? He paid something extra. So this is nothing but 4, so 72. Okay, 72 he paid extra compared to last year. 72 upon 1440 into 100. This and this gets cancelled. 72 ones are 72 twos are and 2 5s are. So the percentage increase on its health insurance premium was 5%. Okay, a number is 60% more than 25% of itself. Again, I will show you two approaches over here. One is the standard normal approach, where most of the guys would be doing. See, there is a number, we consider this number as x. It is nothing but 60 more than the 25% of the number itself. What is 25%? it is 1 by 4 of the number itself, that is x. If we get this 1 by 4 here, what do we get? 3 by 4x is 60. 3 ones are 3 20s are. So x is nothing but 4 into 20, which is 80. So the answer is anyways 80. I will show you the shortest approach. Okay. See, we are given that a number is 60 more than 25% of the number itself. What is 25%? It is 1 by 4. And we are given that it is 60 more than the 25% of the number itself. This means it is, the difference over here is 3. And this 3 is nothing but 60 only. Okay. So one part is nothing but 20. If one part is 20, then what is the number? This is the original number, by the way. 4 into 20 is 80. You can do it in this way also. What will be 40% of a number? Okay, we need to find what is 40%. It is nothing but 2 by 5x. We need to find this. What will be the 40% of a number? And that number which is 200% is 90. So 200 upon 100 into x of that number is 90. So the zeros get cancelled. 2 45s. So x is 45. So 2 by 5 into 45, which is 5 9s, and 9 2s is nothing but 18. Okay, so 18 is your answer. Simple. $120 is 20% of a number. If 120, there's a number, 20% is nothing but 1 by 5 and 120. So we are given that if 120 is 20% of this number, that means x is nothing but 120 into 5. Then 120% of that number will be how much? We need to find 120% of this number. 120 into 5. These zeros get cancelled. Okay. 5 12 is nothing but 60 into 12 is nothing but 720. Simple. Okay. When a number is decreased by 22.5%, it becomes 217. Find the number. Okay, I'll show you the shortest approach over here because I've showed you twice over here. So we'll use the shortest approach. Okay, we're given that when a number is decreased by 22.5%. What is 22.5%? 2 22s are 44. 44 plus 1, 45 by 2. And since it is percent, it is 1 by 100. If we cancel this, 5 9s are 45. 5 2s are. So it is nothing but 9 by 40. But we are given that this number is decreased. So since this number is decreased, your original number remains the same, but your numerator gets decreased. Okay, which becomes 31. And this 31 is nothing but it is 217, they have said, because it becomes 217. Okay, if this is 217, how many times it becomes 217? It becomes 7 times. If this is 7 times, then 40 into 7 is how much? 280. So your original number is 280. Okay, if you go to do it by your standard approach, okay, like this, if you go to do it like this, consider your number as x, then it is decreased by 22.5% and all that, it will become very lengthy. Okay, so this is the very shortest approach. And also you can do in this way also. X into it decreases by 22.5%. That means it becomes 31 upon 40 is 217. Even this way could be fine if you know your ratios properly. Okay, again, if Kumar spends 35,000 in purchasing raw material and 40,000 in purchasing machinery, the total is 75,000, and we are given that he has 20% of the total. That means after spending so and so, he has remained with 20% of the total. That means for this, how much he has spent? He has spent 80%. So let us find 1% value over here. Okay, we'll find 1% value over here, then only we can get the total amount, that is 100%. Okay, so here 75,000 upon 80 into 100%. Okay, this and this gets cancelled. So your 8 9s are 72, carry 3, 8 3s are 24, carry 6, 8 7s are 56, carry 4, 8 5s are 40, and this 10 0. So your answer is 93750, option B. Okay. A number is reduced by 37% and becomes 315. By what percent it should be increased so that it becomes 800? Very easy. There's a number. Okay. There's a number. It reduces by 37%. If this is 100 and it reduces by 37%, then what is the actual number that is being reduced? It is 63 and it becomes 315. Okay. This number is 37 upon 100. It gets reduced by 37%. Okay, it is not 37% of that number, it is being reduced by 37%. So 100 minus 37 becomes 63 into 100. So that's how you get this. Okay, then what is x? 63 ones are 63 fives are, so x is 500. Okay, by what percent should it be increased so that it becomes 800? This is now 500 and it becomes 800. And by what percent it should be increased so that it becomes 800? It should be increased by 300 units. Okay, but what percent? Okay, but what percent? So we'll find that percentage. 300 should be increased based on what? Based on references 500 into 100. The zeros get cancelled and 5 6 are 30 and 0, so it is 60%. Okay, a man received, okay, there's a man who received this 8,80,000 as the annual salary in the year 2007, which was 10% more than the previous salary. Okay, this was 2006, this was 2007. Okay, from 2006 to 2007 his salary was increased by 10%. Okay, and here it was 8,80,000. Okay, so we need to find his annual salary in 2006. How much it was? Very easy, I have explained you n number of times. Consider your 2006 salary as x into, since it is increasing by 10%, it becomes 11 by 10. How? 10% is nothing but 1 by 10. Since it is increasing, it becomes 11 by 10. Okay, 11 by 10, and after increasing it becomes how much? 8,80,000. Okay, so 11 8 is 88, 1 2 3 4, so x is nothing but 8 lakhs. Okay, 8 lakhs, simple. The population of a city was this. The population of the city was this, 70,000, and it increased by 8%. It is increased by 8%, becomes 108 by 100. Okay, what is the population now? These zeros get cancelled and we have this 0. 7 8s are 56, 7 0 0 5, and 7 1s are 7. Okay, so how much it is now? 75600. Okay, if 10% of 980, what is 10% of 980? 1 by 10 into 980. Okay, minus x by 100 of 450 is 5% of 160, means 1 by 20 into 160. So we need to find the value of x. This is nothing but 2 8s are 16. This is nothing but 45x upon 10, and this is nothing but 98. So we have 98 minus 45x upon 10 equals to 8. Okay, 98 minus 8, nothing but 90, equals to 45x by 10. 45 2s are, and 10 2s are is nothing but 20. So option D. Okay, what should be added to 12% of 2400 so that the sum becomes 18% of 5400? There is this number that should be added to 12% of 2400 so that the sum becomes 18% of 5400. These two zeros get cancelled, so what are we left? X plus 12 into 24. Okay, we have 288 equals to 18 into 54. We have 972. So when you cancel this, Okay, when you cancel this, just look at the unit digit. 2 minus 8, it should be 12 minus 8, which gives us 4 only, and there's only 4 in the option D at the units place. So this is the correct answer. Even you can play with the unit digit also, you don't have to solve everything. 73% of a number and 58% of the same number. Okay, so 73% minus 58% is how much? It is 15%. 15% is nothing but 960. So 1% is what? 15 6 are 90, 15 4 are 60. So if 1% is 64, then your 100%, which is the number, it is 6400. And we are told to find what will be the value of 22%. So 22 upon 100 into 6400, this is nothing but 22 4s are 88, and 22 6 are 132 plus 8 140. Okay, so 1408. So option A. This part is slightly ratio based. We have this number 72. It is divided into two parts, such that 20% of one number is 25% of another number. When we take the ratio, we get 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. The sum of this ratio is nothing but 9 part. 9 part is nothing but 72. If 9 part is 72, then find the two parts. So one part is how much? 8. If one part is 8, then this should be 32 and this should be 40. 32 and 40. Where do you see 32 and 40? This part. Simple. 12.5% of the first number is equal to 37.5% of the second number. Guys, you just have to remember this one thing in percentage. 12.5%, its ratio is nothing but 1 by 8. And 37.5% is the additional thing of 12.5%. When you multiply this by 3, you get 37.5%. Okay, so this you have to remember. So we are given 12.5% of first number, that is 1 upon 8x is 3 by 8 of y. So this 8 and 8, this thing get cancelled, so x upon y is 3 by 1. If the second number is subtracted from the first number, okay, this number is subtracted from the first number, we get this as the result. That means, what is the difference over here? 2. How 2? Because this 1 is getting subtracted from x. So 2 part is nothing but 1 4 2 8. 1 part is how much? 2 7s are 14, 2 14s are. Okay, so find the sum of the two numbers. Okay, sum of the two numbers. So 3 plus 1 is how much? 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 714 into 4 is how much? 4 4s are 16, 5. Just see the unit digit. Okay, we have 1 6 4 6 3 6 and 5 6. At this units place and tens place, we are getting 5 6. So you can directly hit option A. You don't have to solve that entire thing. Okay, the two numbers, the sum of two numbers is 2490. We don't know the numbers. Let us assume x and y. Okay, if 6.5% of one number, okay, 6.5% of one number is equal to 8.5% of another number, forget the decimal, remove the decimal. Okay, x upon y is 85 upon 65, which is nothing but 17 upon 13. Okay, we're given that what? The sum of two numbers. We add these two numbers. 20 part is 2490. This and this gets cancelled. Okay, this and this gets cancelled. So one part is how much? One part is, it should be 30 part, by the way, 30 part. So one part is how much? 3 8s are 24, 3 3s are 9. So one part is 83. Find the greater number. What was the greater number among that? 17. So into 17, you get something 1 in the units place. Just see, if you have 1 in the unit place, we have 0 0 9. We have only option 3 where 1 is in the unit place. So this is your correct answer. Again, you don't have to solve everything. Just save your time by playing smart. The income of a company, okay, there was income of the company increased from 30 lakhs to 50 lakhs in 1 year, from year 1 to 2. That means in 1 year it increased. At the end of the third year, okay, at the end of the third year, Okay, this was in the first year, this has become in the second year, and in the third year it becomes 60 lakhs. Okay, so they're asking what is the percentage increase in the income at the end of the third year from the initial year. So from this to this, what was the increase? 30. 30 based on the reference, what it increased from 30, right? So 30 into 100, this gets cancelled, so 100% increase. Anyways, if you had used your common sense, if this is 30 and it is becoming 60, then of course it is becoming double. If it is becoming double, then of course it is increasing by 100%. Even you could have used this logic or common sense. Now, Sunana works in a private company and her annual income is what? 3 lakh, guys. 3 lakh. She had a new and old vehicle. Okay, she had a new vehicle and she had an old vehicle. 5% of her income is spent on keeping of new vehicle. 5%, and 2% more than the new one. It was already 5. It was already 5 and plus 2% more, 7%. What is the total annual expenditure on both the vehicles? Total is what? 12%. So we need to find it 12% of this 300. Okay, 12 upon 100 into 3 lakh. We cut these two zeros. 12 threes are 36. 1 2 3, so it is 36,000, guys. The marks obtained by A in a test. Okay, I will do this later. I'll first show you the basic one of this. The two numbers A and B, we have A, we have B, we have C. The two numbers A and B are 15% and 32% less than number C. Let us assume, guys, this number C is 100. Number A is 15% less. It is 15% less, means it is 85. And B is 32% less, means it is 68. Okay, number B is what percent less than number A? Okay, we can clearly see it has, first it was 85 and B 68, so 68 is less than A. But how much? If we see, it is 17. According to me, it should be 17 then A. See, number B is what percent less than number A, means we have to use A as the reference, into 100. 17 ones are 17 fives are 5 twos are 0, so it is 20%. 20%. Okay, very simple, guys. I hope you're following me over here. Okay, we just missed the problem above. We'll solve this one. This will be a little calculative. I'll just show you the approach. Okay, the marks obtained by A in a test are 20% more than the marks obtained by B. A, B. Let us assume B as 100, and we are given that the marks obtained by A in a test is 20% more than the marks obtained by B. Means if B is 100, A is obtaining 20% more, then it becomes 120. And we are given C obtained 85% of the marks of the total marks obtained by A and B together. So C is obtaining how much? 17 upon 20. I told you, when you write it in the fraction form, 85% is 17 upon 20. And this is how much combined marks of A and B together? 220. This is nothing but 2 11s are. So 120, 100, 11, 7s are 77. So this is 187. So we need to find by what percentage are the marks obtained by A is less than the mark obtained by C. Okay, we can see that A is 67% less than C into 100. If you just calculate this one, because I don't want to waste time over here, I think the answer is somewhere around 35.8 when I had solved this. Okay, in an examination, Sunita scored 90% what Anita scored. This is Sunita, this is Anita, and this is your Vinita. Okay, Sunita scored 90% what Anita scored. Let us assume Anita's marks is 100. Sunita scored 90%, so 90% of 100 is nothing but 90 only. While Anita scored 110 marks of what Vinita scored. Let us assume over here marks of Vinita is 100. Anita scores 110. So okay, we write the same number over here and we write the same number over here. Okay, this I will teach you in the ratio method, in the chapter ratio. Okay, We can reduce this more. We have zeros, we can cancel the zeros and zeros. What are we left with? 99, 110 and 100. But what we are given, Sunita scored 198. If 99 part is 198, this is into 2. If this is into 2, then this should be into 2, which is 200. Okay, so Vinita scored 200 marks. Okay, simple. Hema decided to donate 15% of her salary. Guys, consider salary as X. Okay, first of all. And X is something where most of you guys like or maybe hate. Okay, jokes apart. Hema decided to donate 15% of her salary to a charitable trust. On the day of the donation, she changed her mind and donated rupees 45,000, which is 25% of what she had decided. What she had decided that I will donate 15%, and she donated 125% of 15%, which becomes 45,000. That is the meaning of this question. Okay, so let salary be X, and she decides to donate 15% of her salary, but on the day of the donation she changed her mind and donated 45,000 only, which is 125% of what she had decided earlier, and this is nothing but 4500, by the way, not 45,000. Okay, so 25 5s and 25 4s, 5 3s and 5 2s. So this is nothing but 5 3s is 15, 15 3s 45 and 0. This is nothing but 4 2s 8. So 300 into 80 is nothing but your 24,000. Okay, a small scale soap business has the following expenses: 10% on marketing, 10% on marketing, salary 65%, raw material 25%. This is how much? 690. It becomes 100 if the business pays a total of 65,000. That means he's talking about 100% is 65,000. So 1% is how much? 650 is your 1%. Then what is the marketing expense? Marketing expense 10% on marketing, right? So what is your marketing expense if the business pays a total? Okay, wait. If the business pays a total salary of 65,000, that means your 65% is nothing but 65,000. Okay, so your 1% is how much? 65 ones are, so it is 1000. If 1% is 1000, then what is this marketing stuff? That is 10 into 1000, which is 10,000. So option A. The following expenses are included in a small business. Purchase, it is 25%, salary 25%, maintenance 50%. If the company spends rupees 2 lakh on salary, this is nothing but 2 lakh. They given 2 lakh. Okay, 25%, this 2 lakh upon 25 is how much? 25. Okay, 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 20, 0 0 0 0, 5 8s are, so 1% is nothing but 8,000. If 1% is 8,000, then how much is he spending on your maintenance, which is 50%? Okay, so this is nothing but, guys, 1% value. Then 50% value of maintenance is how much? 5 8s are 40, and this 4 zeros. Okay, this is nothing but 4 lakh. I hope you understood this. You just have to play with the percentage. Okay, and this is also the same one, guys. I don't want to include this same one. I guess this question got repeated. In a class of 60 students, 60%, see guys, there are 60 students, There are some boys and there are some girls. 60% are boys. If 60% are boys, then how many percent are girls? 40%. Out of this 40%, 25% of the girls, they come to school. This 25% they come to school, and if 25% come to school, then 75% they don't come to school. Simple. So we are told to find the number of girls who don't come to school by bicycle. Okay, and this is very simple. So we have 75% is how much? 3 by 4 of 60 of how much? 40%. Why 40%? Because 40% are girls. Okay, out of that girls, 75% are not coming, and this is the number of students. Okay, so this and this gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled, so we are left with what? 18. So yeah, 18 is the answer. I hope you understood this. I will rewrite again. Okay, see guys, we know that 25% of the girls come to school by bicycle. So what number of girls are not coming? 75%, which is 3 by 4. What is the number of students? 60. Okay, and how many girls are there, by the way? How many girls are there? 60% are boys. There are 40% girls. Out of this 40% girls, 75% don't come to school. And if you want to find the number of girls, then we find this from this value 60. So that's how we get 18. Okay, again very simple one. We have a fraction y by x. It becomes 6 by 7 when it's numerator. Okay, your y and your x. Y is your numerator and x is your denominator. Y is increased by 12%, means 112 upon 100, and your denominator decreased by 2%, that means it was 100 and it decreased by 2%, that becomes 98, equals to 6 by 7. This and this gets cancelled. 7 14s are 14 8s are. Okay, 2 4s are 2 3s are. So therefore 3 by 4. So y by x is 3 by 4. Simple. You don't have to do anything. This is very simple. You can do this by yourself. Find the number who is 6 times, whose 6 times is 6 less than 60. 6 times the number 6 less than 60 means 54. X is nothing but 9. Simple. On increasing Madan's monthly salary by 60, this is Madan. We increase his monthly salary by 60, which becomes 50% of Kamal's monthly salary. What is the present monthly salary of Madan? Guys, if we had known something about this Kamal monthly salary, then only we could have find Madan's monthly salary, but we are given nothing, so data is insufficient. Okay, if the numerator, consider numerator as x, denominator as y. If the numerator of the fraction is increased by 80%, means what is 80%, guys? By the way, I've told you 80% is 4 by 5. If it is increasing by 80%, it becomes 5. 5 plus 4 9. Okay, and the denominator of fraction is increasing by 120%. 120% is nothing but 12 by 10. So this is 10. If it is increasing, it becomes 10 plus 12 22. Okay, and this is nothing but 7 by 22. Okay, 22 and 22 gets cancelled. 5 ones are 5 twos are. Okay, this 2 goes above. Okay, this 2 which is there, it goes above over here. Okay, so we have what? X by y into 18 equals to 7. Therefore xy is nothing but 7 by 18. So answer is this. Okay, a student accidentally multiplied a number by 2 by 5 instead of 5 by 2. See, original and incorrect. Original, it should have been 5 by 2, but he does it by 2 by 5. Okay guys, we will just find the LCM. What is the LCM of this? 10. We multiply this by 10, this by 10. So what is the ratio that we get? 25 as to 4. Okay, so we need to find the error in the calculation. You need to find error in the calculation. 25 minus 4, 21 upon 25 into 100. 25 4s are 84% is the error, guys. 84% is the error. Okay. Sachin scores 70% marks in mathematics. This is mathematics. Sachin scores 70% marks in mathematics, and in science 60%. Suppose both the subjects have equal marks. Let us consider both have 100 marks. Okay, so 70% of 100 is 70, 60% of 100 is 60. Then the percentage of the marks that Sachin got in both subjects. 70 plus 60 is how much? 130. Total marks of both the subject 200, because we assumed this as 100 each, 100 each, into 100. Both zeros get cancelled, and what we are left with? 65%. Okay. In maths, a student got 16% more marks in the second term than first term. Guys, this is your first term, this is your second term. 16% is how much? 16 by 100. 4 4 are 16, 425 are. First term he was 25, but he got 16% more. So 25 plus 4, 29. Okay, I hope you are following. He got 87 marks in the second term. This is nothing but 87 only. This is 3 times. So 3 times is 75. So what were the marks in the first term? It was 75. Simple. It was nothing. Two students appeared for an entrance exam. One of them secured 15 marks more than the other, and his marks are 80% of the sum of the marks. Okay, there are two students, X and Y. Okay, X got 15% marks more. Okay, so X minus Y is nothing but 15. Also, X's marks is 80%, which is 4 by 5 of the sum of the marks. Okay, so what is this? 5x is 4x plus 4y. 5x minus 4s x is 4y. Okay, so x upon y is 4 by 1. Difference is given as this, and also the difference between this is what? 3. So 3 is nothing but 15. 3 into 5 is 15. So one part is nothing but 5. Okay, if one part is 5, then what is 4? It is 20. And what is this? Is 5. So what are the two numbers? These are nothing but 5 and 20. Simple. So we have finished all the questions. I hope you understood this part. I will soon upload part 2 of this video of the topic percentage, and we will solve more questions, a bit high level questions, okay, that are very relevant for your SSC exams. And this was just basic for you to understand the concept of how the percentage is increasing, decreasing, what happens when. Okay, I hope you like the video, and we will meet soon.